Okay, let's unpack this idea. Um, have you ever stopped to think about the decision to have children lately?
Hmm.
I mean, for generations, maybe it felt more, instinctual, a natural part of life.
Right. Almost a given for many.
But today, does it feel a bit different, maybe more calculated?
That's exactly what the source we're looking at digs into. It makes this a pretty powerful argument that the whole decision-making process around having kids has fundamentally shifted.
Shifted how? From instinct to what?
Well, the source suggests it's moved away from just impulse or desire towards, frankly, an economic and social evaluation.
Ah, all right.
What's really fascinating is how it reframes the question. It's less, do you want to be a parent? And more society asking, circumstance asking, can you actually afford it? Can you manage it all?
Right. So that's our mission in this deep dive then, to really understand the source's argument that, having kids is being conditioned, maybe limited, not by biology, but by social structures.
Exactly. The source is basically an analysis exploring that shift.
So what's the core argument? How does it lay this out?
Well, it's quite stark, actually. The source posits that life, or rather creating life, hasn't been explicitly forbidden.
Okay.
But the conditions around having children, they've been made incredibly expensive, complex, filled with fear.
Beer.
Yeah, fear and uncertainty. And the source suggests that kind of subtly, instinct is being replaced by a focus on, well, performance or yield when thinking about parenthood.
Performance. Like ROI on having a kid. That sounds cold.
It does sound cold, but that's the implication the source draws out. And this connects to another idea it brings up, programmed choice.
Program choice. Or wait, you said social architecture.
Right, social architecture. The analysis insists this shift isn't just happening randomly. It's not just changing minds or natural infertility.
Okay.
Instead, it's presented as a deliberate, though often maybe invisible, structuring of society, a structure designed to, well, discourage reproduction.
And that's the structural dissuasion term.
Precisely. Structural dissuasion. And importantly, the source argues this hits harder for, economically vulnerable groups.
How? What are the methods it talks about?
It details a few key ways. One big one is changing the symbolic value of having children.
Changing the meaning. How so?
It suggests that historically, maybe having a child was seen as, I don't know, an existential win, continuing the family line support.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But this source says that symbolism's been twisted. It's been reframed more like an emotional and economic luxury.
It's a luxury item. Wow.
Yeah. The subtle message becomes having a family is really only for the fit, the financially secure, the ones who can handle it without, struggle or needing help.
So it goes from being human to being like a high-end purchase.
Yeah.
How does culture and media play into this, according to the source?
Well, the analysis highlights how this perspective gets normalized. It becomes almost common sense that having